Hi beauties, welcome back to our channel. So for today's video, I picked up some palettes from Ulta. I have 4 of the Colourpop X Ulta, or maybe they're only exclusive at Ulta, I'm not exactly sure. But I got Solstice, Blush Crush, Nude Mood, and All Things Equinox. Now, as we all know, a lot of things are changing and things are being halted with the virus. I haven't been able to get anything from Colourpop, so I think it's really cool that these Ulta exclusive palettes are there for us. I absolutely love playing with Colourpop and their palettes. I'm interested to see if these are the same quality as the ones you would buy on Colourpop's website versus the ones that are Ulta exclusives. They look like they are a 9 pan, and there's a matte to shimmer ratio, and then also the really pretty kind of like putty glitter that's in one of these. This is the She Got Solstice. All Things Equinox. You can see there's a matte to shimmer ratio, and there's also like a really pretty dark kind of golden brown kind of putty shade. The one that I'm most excited about, or one of the ones I'm most excited about, this one is called Nude Moon, and it's more of like a gold and brown type of warm tone neutral type of palette. I'm really excited about using this one. And then the other one that I have that I'm really more excited about using is a Blush Crush, and this one is a 9 pan. It looks like the master shimmer ratios, and they also do have a putty shade in it, so they're all pretty consistent throughout the 4 palettes that I did pick up. What I do find to be different about these compared to the ones that you would buy on Colourpop's website is the fact that they are cardboard and they don't have that really thick, I want to say plastic outer shell to it that usually comes with the Colourpop ones, and they usually range about $10 to $12, where these ones at Ulta ranged at $14, and they're cardboard. So I thought it would be fun to sit down and play with these, see what looks like I can create today. I've swatched these and they're out of their outer shells. They do come with unit cartons, but I definitely didn't want to waste any time and actually just jump into putting these on and trying them. I want to see if they match up to the same quality that you would get from Colourpop. Before we do, I just have to say my little spiel. If you do want to be part of our beauty fam or enter into our giveaway, just make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified of any upcoming content that we have or any updates on the giveaway. And then also make sure you're following us on Instagram and Twitter. All of those handles and links will be down below in the description box. But I definitely want to play with these. I think I want to choose a few shades from each of these palettes so we can really test out both of these qualities and really dive into them. So this will kind of be like a review / makeup tutorial. Okay, so to start off, I am priming my eyes with the P. Louise base. This is in Rumor 01. I've already put some on my eyelids, so I'm just going to start to gradually apply that all over the lid. I start off with a brush so I don't mess up the eyebrows. And then once I feel like that area is secure, and then just use my finger. Okay, so now that I have both eyes primed, I am going to use my favorite powder that I always use, but I like to use an eyeshadow whenever available. So I'm going to see if any of these have a stark white in them. Nude Mood kind of does. Let me see. No, it's got a tan base to it. That's not going to work. So I think it's going to be very stark white. I just feel like it helps the colors kind of pop more. There's another one I love in Blush Crush called Lovesick. No, it's kind of like a pinky white. So yes, I will be using my powder. So this is the Coty Airspun powder if you're new to my channel. I use it to set all of my eyeshadow. I'm just pick up a really fluffy brush. Start out the look, I think I want to start with Blush Crush or Nude Moon. I just feel like these would have a really pretty transition shade in there. This one is called Nude Mood, and the shades called are Bluffin' Wink Wink Bare to Wear, All Natural, Put on Hairs, Mug Off, Lap of Lug, The Cocoa, and Moody. Okay, so the first shade I think I'm going to start with is Bare to Wear, and I am using the JH15. Should we get the brush coated? Ooh, It is a really pretty kind of light. It looks way darker in the pan, but when you actually apply it, it has like a very like almost like pink, but a little bit of just like very small beige to it, which is really, really nice for a transition shade. And I just start by applying that here to the outer portion of the eye, and then building up the pigmentation. And then when I feel like I have enough pigmentation built there, I softly blend that into the rest of the eye above the lid and underneath the brow. So I'll do the exact same thing to the next eye. Now these do not come with a mirror, so I apologize if I'm looking up a lot. I'm actually using the mirror in my ring light to do this. So I'm definitely missing that mirror aspect of the Colourpop palettes. The next one I want to use is the Blush Crush, and these shades are Love Sick, Pop a Bottle, The One, Enchanted, Make You Blush, Blossom Up, How Rouge, Cheek to Cheek, and Blush Wine. And, oh, I wish I would have seen that one first. So that's really, really pretty. I think the shade that I want to try is Cheek to Cheek. It's a really pretty shade. You can see there is a little bit of fallout on the actual pan, but it's not a lot, and I don't really see a lot of it falling out on my face yet. Just the one shade that we tried. I'm going to build the pigmentation up here, and then we're just going to take it a little bit lower than when we put the original first shade Bare to Wear. It's almost like the same shade. I feel like I have a little bit more definition, but not really a lot. Okay, so to darken up the outer portion V of my eye to add some definition, I definitely want to use this palette. She's got Solstice, and this is the Chromosphere. I believe that's how that's pronounced. We also do have So Serious, Big Bang, Qualstar, Nova, Estra, I hope I'm saying these right, Super Stardust, Mars, Earth Angel, and then Chromosphere. So I really want to use this really pretty dark, almost burnt red shade. Okay, I definitely noticed a difference with that one. You can see the contrast from the new shade. Just gonna build up that pigment. I feel like I need a little bit more. And just softly blend it in. Oh yeah, I noticed a huge difference. Okay, and I'm going to pick up some more here. I'm going to apply it to the other lid. The pigmentation. Keeping it nice and low, tucked right in between the lid and the crease. Okay, and to add a little bit more definition, so we're definitely using a matte from each pan, I'm going to be using the Little Dipper, and this is from All Things Equinox. The shade names in here are Kinder, Infinity, Sky High, Stellar, Moonrise, Little Dipper, Nebula, Intergalactic, and Alter Ego. I'm definitely going to be dipping into Little Dipper using the same J815 brush. I'm just going to apply this super low, add a little bit more definition. This look is super extra, I do know that. You definitely don't need all these matte shades, but I definitely want to make sure that I test out a shimmer and a matte from each one of these palettes so I can give it a full review. But I do like how they're playing nicely with each other from each palette, so that's really nice to see. I'm going to add a little bit more Little Dipper. And I am wiping off my brush too. I have one of those little spoolies that you have in like the container. So those are really nice as you go between. I usually kind of stick to 1 or 2, maybe 3 brushes the whole video. And I kind of just hang out that way in real life too. So I'm going to pick up Chromosphere again from the She's Got Solstice. Just to kind of bring back that warmth that we had. Just applying a little bit. I feel like the color got lost. And I'm going to sweat my brush again. Okay, so the next I have my Blush Crush, and I'm going to use Cheek to Cheek. Again, just to kind of really blend that out, blow it out, and make sure it looks all nice and smooth. Alright, and then finally we have our Bare to Wear from the Nude Mood. So this will definitely be interesting to see how I incorporate a shimmer from each palette. I definitely want to play with these two more instead of just using one or two shades. But I think for the first one I definitely want to try. Ooh, that pop bottle looks really, really pretty. I think I want to use it as a brow highlight. I spritz my brush. I am using the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist because I cannot find my Max Fix Plus. So this looks like it's one of those putty type of eyeshadows. So I'm going to see if I can actually put some of this on a wet brush. Oh, here we go. You see I got a little bit on my eyeshadow, but that's not a big deal because I can go ahead and buff that out and blend it away. But it is very pigmented, so I do really like that. Gonna blend just so everything looks nice and smooth. Okay, so I definitely want to play with more shimmers too with this one, but we gotta move on. I am going to, ooh. So I got distracted, but this Wink Wing shade, ooh, that looks so pretty. Yeah, that's definitely going on the lid for sure. I'm not going to cut the crease. I haven't really been feeling like I need to. I just feel like it's a lot of extra work and a lot of extra steps. Like if you're trying to use like a really, really bright like lid color, I get it. But just for this look, I just don't feel like it's necessary. Alright, and I have huge eyes, so I usually can find the crease from my lid portion, but it will work too if you don't have like super big eyes. Just go slightly above your lid. So you can see the brightness and the pigmentation from that already, and I didn't even have to cut the crease. I did wet the brush some more because it definitely needed to get more pigmentation. Okay, I feel like I have that evenly on the lid. I'm going to move on to all things Equinox, and we are going to use this really pretty Kinder shade. I'm going to wet the brush again. Use it as an inner corner highlight. It's got kind of like a pinky purple shift to it, which I think is playing really nice for this look. And then I want to use all things, or she's got Solstice, and I really, really want to play with this Super Stardust and place it right in the middle. And this one, this is the one where you just have to pick it up with your finger. I don't feel like a brush would do it justice. Kind of like gold foil on the eyes, which is so pretty. Okay, so I am going to use my Tom Ford eyeliner, and I don't have a mirror in one of those pans, so I think I'm just going to use the mirror that's inside my Custom Kylie palette. This is not to be weird or anything, but this is the palette I literally travel with. It just kind of like sits in my purse. You can see it's kind of pretty much really used and worn and loved. I really like the shadows that I was able to create with this. It is like so dirty, but I really like the mirror too. So when I don't have one, it's nice to have this. that gold foil shade from the, I believe it was Solstice. Does have a lot of fallout, and it's kind of fallen out now that I'm really up close, all under my under eye. Which isn't a big deal, but just things that I like to note when I see them. Alright, so next I'm going to use my ABH Lash Brag Mascara. I think I am going to use some falsies for this look. But I definitely want to make sure my lashes are up to par. And this mascara just gets it there. I do my finger trick. Give them an extra lift. Okay, so I hopped off camera to apply some lashes. I use some lashes from my toolbox. I do save my lashes a lot and clean them and take care of them. This tool is really nice. It's like really cheap and inexpensive off of Amazon. I don't remember which one I bought it off of, but just a little tip and trick because I like sharing those. So my final thoughts on all of the palettes. All things Equinox, Nude, Mood, Blush, Crush, and she's got Solstice. These palettes are so nice, but I do really like how the shadows did turn out. I noticed that a few of them were kind of the same, but that's okay. I was able to, they were a little bit off and a little bit more darker, especially between the two palettes, but that's okay. I was able to use them and build them up. You definitely are able to build these up. They don't, some of them don't come off as pigmented as I would like or have seen, but for the price that you're paying, they are really, really nice. I did notice that the Gold Putty shade did fall out all over my eyes and did get really messy too in the pan, as you can see. It's like right there. But that's okay. It was easy to clean up and swipe away. As far as the mattes, there was a lot of fallout in the pan. You can see from this shade kind of dirtied the pan already, and they do not wipe clean, which kind of sucks because I do like to keep my things clean, but that's okay. The only other thought that I had for these were, the only other thing that I was missing with these palettes would be a mirror. It's not really a big deal, but it's a big deal when you're trying to use it. And I'm looking in the viewfinder, I'm looking in the ring light mirror, I'm looking in a different palette mirror. So for traveling purposes, having a mirror, even just like a really small mirror, just something to see in, would have been really helpful and really useful. But all in all, I really did enjoy using these palettes. I would definitely recommend these to everybody and anybody. They are really, really nice. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Leave us a comment down below, and we'll talk to you soon. Until the next one, stay beautiful and stay sexy.